What is going on, world? And welcome back to the Double M Show, where we here every single Tuesday night to talk about what's going on in the world. What do we say? When the urban culture and sports collide. You got Mike Nice in the building, man. What's going on, Mike
What's
Nice?
poppin', man? Another day, another dollar fast life. We out here in grind mode as we in the fall season.
Yeah,
Still
man.
get some nice weather out there though. Can't lie.
It's the weather sprinkling
I'm
still. I'm
telling
still
you,
wearing shorts.
today was a beautiful day. No lie. But we in the fall season and it's grind mode for everybody. So the grind continues.
Yes, sir. We're in the thick of things here, and gearing towards the fourth quarter of the year. Things are starting to wind down and gear up, if you will, with the work things, and we're a month away, man. A little less than a month away of the election. It's something that we keep saying here on Double M is to go out, make sure you are registered, make sure you are ready to vote. There's no excuses this year. It's everywhere. It's all in your social media. It's in your phone, your Instagrams, your Twitter. Everyone's reminding you, your celebrities that you follow. Go get registered, go out and vote. Don't be that guy or gal. What is my vote going to matter? What is my vote going to do? This is serious times, man. This is serious times, and it's on us. This is we're gonna be talking about these past couple of years to our grandkids and letting them know about the world that we grew up in in these past couple of years and how we endured that. And you want to be able to say that we endured it and we got through it and things got better. And one way to do it is vote. It's not the only way, obviously. There's obviously many avenues of how we can create change and how we want change in this world. But one little thing of voting doesn't hurt at all, man. And that's what we're gonna preach here on Double M. And we are still in a pandemic. We are still at the crib. Um, I wish things were different, obviously, but we're not.
We all do. We all
not gonna
do.
complain.
Yeah. Yeah. No one imagined. We say this all the time. We have the show. Nobody imagined several months later, Marv and I would still be sitting here, doing the show in the crib edition of Double M. But we pushing through strong, and I believe, going off what Marv said about voting in the upcoming election, I believe the U.S. will crack some wild numbers this year in terms of the election and votes being out and votes being counted, because it's everywhere. Like you said, it's everywhere. It's being pushed everywhere. Social media, you can't open up IG or Snap or a lot of these social media platforms without being reminded how important voting is. And then on top of that, this pandemic going on, I believe better days are ahead. I like to stay optimistic. I'm an optimistic person. So, I believe there is light at the end of the tunnel, as the saying goes, in terms of things we've gone through.
Yeah, for sure. We got a lot. We got a lot of tackle tonight. Right after we did Double M,
What a Tuesday night last week was.
the debate was on. I would love to just before we get the show on the roll, just talk about that debate real quick and just what the hell did we watch at the end of Double M?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that we were going to be missing some of the debate because we wanted to, stay on schedule and record our show. But as we sit here on this couch, with the TV across from us, as soon as we logged off here at Double M, we clicked right over to the debate. And I don't know if I tuned in to Saturday Night Live. I had to check what day it was, because that was the most wild presidential debate I've ever tuned into.
SNL didn't even do a good job at mocking it because it was already a mockery in itself.
And you know what? I need to go back and see what SNL did this past week.
They did one.
I gotta see how they tried to, because like you said, you couldn't. I don't know how much more you can mock that more than it already was, but I definitely want to see what SNL had to say. And
they got Jim Carrey as as Joe Biden.
Wow.
Yeah, so anytime you get Jim Carrey, an SNL legend, to come on, it makes it, I guess, a little interesting. And they got dude as Trump as always. I forget his name.
I'm drawing a blank, but I know who you're. I have a feeling.
Travolta.
John Travolta was Trump.
No, was it?
What you say, John Travolta? I've never seen John Travolta play Trump. Baldwin.
Baldwin.
Yeah, one of them Baldwin brothers.
Yeah, he played Trump. He does a great job as Trump when he's messing with his lips and he's talking like so. He did a good job. But yeah, SNL, they did that. We watched the debate. The debate was just, as you guys, I bet, talking about social media as well. It was just it was a lot of people are saying a shit show, and it was shocking to people. I know I never seen anything like that. The interruptions and whatnot, and now we don't even know if we'll get another debate due to what Mike's gonna say what's on the playlist today.
Yes, playlist coming up here on Double M that we want to talk about for sure, and absolutely want to hear everybody's thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section, because you already know we're live on Facebook, we're live on IG, we're live on YouTube. So drop your comments wherever you are. President Donald Trump came down with COVID-19. You
hate to see it.
You hate to see it. A guy who's, said this virus and thing wasn't such a big deal. Probably went about handling it the wrong way. He came down with it himself, and I think the news came out this Friday or Saturday. Late last week. He came down with COVID, and I feel is less than a week later, here we are. And now I've seen Donald Trump out. I've heard of him driving around in cars and doing different things. And I'm confused because with COVID, aren't you, in his age, like, that's a lot we're going to talk about for sure. Donald Trump, COVID. On top of that, the news came out while Donald Trump is also clearly out and about, feeling good and healthy and ready to go, that a second stimulus check during this COVID-19 time will not come anybody's way until after the election. So he won't do anything about providing another stimulus check till after the presidential election. And it's funny to listen to that, because clearly the stimulus check is happening on his accord, like the first one did. And it won't happen on his accord unless he's president. But again, a lot we'll dive into for sure here on Double M. Also, the NFL season, is it in jeopardy? They made it the first few weeks of the season. Games went on. Everything's fine. Testing players. Now you hit about week 3, 4, 5. Now players are coming down with it. Games are getting canceled. Games are getting rescheduled. Here in New England, the Patriots are now dealing with their own case of COVID, where their star quarterback, Cam Newton, came down with COVID, and the game needed to be rescheduled. And Patriots flying 2 different planes, getting tested. A lot going on. Patriots, NFL in total. And it's only week 5. We're only entering week 5, and there's a lot more football left to be played. But will it last? And then on top of that, because the NFL season is still going despite everything else, the Patriots played a big game Monday night, the game that was rescheduled, against the defending champions, Kansas City Chiefs. In a lot of people's eyes, a game that they could have won. They quite possibly could have won if it wasn't for we'll dive into that. If it wasn't for the quarterbacks that had to replace Cam Newton Monday night. But despite that game and whatnot, did we learn anything from that matchup with the Patriots versus Kansas City Chiefs? Are the Patriots more than what we think they are or capable of being? Want to hear from you guys. We'll discuss it for sure. But that's our playlist for tonight.
Yes, sir, man. That's the playlist. So let's get to it, man. The Commander-in-Chief, President 45, Mr. Donald Trump, has been making a mockery of the coronavirus, COVID-19, as they like to say. And pretty much, at first it came out, he thought it was a hoax. China disease. And finally, once it could not be ignored no more, Trump's been pretty much downplaying this whole coronavirus. He's been telling people not to even wear masks at time. He's been telling people that the what do you call it? The vaccine is coming. The vaccine is coming for this disease. Everything's gonna be going away. That's making a mockery of everything, making fun of Joe Biden's mask, how big it is, and he's always wearing a mask. What's wrong with this guy? And then something happened late last week. Donald Trump got COVID. Not only did he get COVID,
His wife.
his wife got COVID. Not only did his wife got COVID, like multiple people in the White House got COVID-19. Now it's unfortunate, Obviously, there's gonna be people who make light of it, make jokes. Obviously, we don't wish no ill will on the president, but it's a little funny. It's a little funny. It's a little comical that, a man who has been making a joke of COVID-19, making a joke of coronavirus, catches it. And couldn't you be surprised? The man's been walking around without a mask, being rallies, not caring. And here we are, he has it. And then you're telling me he's out and about. Like nothing's happening. What's one thing we know about COVID? We might not know a lot. I don't know much. But one thing I know is when you are elderly, you need to be very, very careful.
Very.
And Donald Trump is in his 70s, I believe.
74, if I stand corrected.
74 years old. That means it's a serious thing that's going for him to have COVID. It's very serious. It's not a joke. It's a very serious thing. And at the time where he can, during this presidential election, can come out and say, hey, I didn't take proper care. I made a mistake, or I'm going to start taking this more seriously. He went the opposite route.
Yeah.
And said, guys, I might be immune. Who knows? I feel fine. I might be immune. Let's keep it going. You could be just like me. And that's the wrong message to be sent out there. But this is Donald Trump, and this is how he's been for the last 4 years.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. Coronavirus is no joke, and there have been people that have lost their lives to this virus. I've had family members that have come down with COVID. It's a real thing. It's out there. And when the leader of your country is making fun or taking something lightly or being shown in the media as just someone who just thinks coronavirus is just, whatever, mask, yeah, vaccine on. This is affecting the people of the country in which you serve. The people of the country in which you are the commander in chief. People of the country in which you are the president. But instead of being in front of the masses and being understanding and compassionate, showing some emotion for the people who are dealing with this virus, the leader of this country hasn't shown any type of real remorse or, I want to use the word again, compassion towards the situation that we're currently dealing with. And, again, it's not, you don't really laugh at people who get sick. Like, you don't want people to get sick or be on their deathbed or anything like that. And again, like you said, we're not wishing no ill will here on Double M towards Trump. As wild and as things come in this country, I don't wish death upon anybody. But I say, like you said, Marv, it's a little comical that the fact that this is the guy who made light of this situation, this pandemic that we're in, and then he's dealing with it himself. And then on top of that, 74 years old, I believe, and where was the quarantine for 14 days that is being recommended everywhere if you have come down with COVID-19? Whether you have symptoms or not, you're supposed to be away from people for 14 days. according to what I heard and read, this man already, out of the hospital. I saw a video of him standing somewhere waving to people.
The video looks like he's hard of breathing.
No, I haven't seen that one. But I heard he jumped in a van, drove off with some people. I'm pretty sure all I've been hearing since the corona came around, you must be away from people for 14 days. Regular people doing it, celebrities are doing it, athletes are doing it, but the president is immune to it and doesn't have to do it.
That's exactly what he said.
The president doesn't have to wear a mask because is he superhuman? Does he have powers and strength where coronavirus doesn't hit him? Does he not care about being around other people who, he comes in contact with? All I get from this, and what I still get from it, is before he had COVID, he didn't really care.
Yeah,
he has COVID now, or had it, whatever the case may be. He still doesn't care
because he can't get away from his agenda now of not fearing what this disease really is. And mind you, by the way, everyone who's watching right now, please let us know how you feel. Let us know. Get on the chat, join the conversation of Mike Nice and I as we talk about President having COVID. It's funny, Mike. So I forget what night it was when it announced. I don't remember. I don't know if it was a Friday night, a Thursday night. It was a late night.
Late last week's.
I was on my phone on Twitter and I was about to go to bed. It was pushing maybe midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. I was about to go to bed and I saw it. Crazy thing is, it was a basketball reporter who broke the news. Sham, shout out to Sham. He breaks. He's like a Woj in a way where he breaks a lot of basketball news, and he broke the news of President Trump having COVID, which was crazy. So immediately when I saw that, I'm in my room. I put on like MSNBC or something just to see, and then breaking news, and it looked like a movie, Mike. This looked like something on a TV show that you see on 24 or something like that. It's like, yes, this just in. The president of the United States has COVID-19, everyone. And it's just like, whoa, this is the type of 2020 we're having right now, where even the president got COVID and no one's shocked. No one's shocked. It's surprising news, but you're not shocked. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy how far it's come. His wife, got it as well. There's people in the White House who have got it. They got it quarantine. We saw the debate happen last Tuesday. Don't think you can have another one.
Oh, debate.
Don't think you can.
Yeah.
We got VP